Salvete amici, Magister McKee here with an advanced tip for Imperator Rome. We finance professors have hobbies, and one of mine is playing Imperator Rome. I'm creating a collection of advanced tips I've learned while playing this game in case you want to have your study break or to play Crusader Kings in Imperator. This is the fourth of several videos going over the Bloodline traits in the Invictus mod as of update 1.9. I'll cover what the bonus is, where to find them, and how quickly this country tends to die out, in case you want to decide if this is a feasible bloodline or a useful bloodline or an urgent bloodline to pursue. In this video, I'm covering the bloodlines present in or around India. And there's quite a few, so let's get started. The first one is the Marian bloodline, Maria. This bloodline gives +1 finesse, 10% more elephant offense to commanders, 10% build time reduction, and 5% civic tech speed to rulers. So +1 to any stat is always good. Just doesn't matter what other bonuses you have, whether they're good or bad. The +1 stat is always really great to see. So this is a good bloodline, but good bloodline just because of that. The commander bonus is situational, depends on your culture. If you have elephants, good bonus. If you don't have elephants, you're not going to get much benefit from it. The ruler bonuses are not that great either. So a reduction in build time means you get the bonus from the building a little bit faster, maybe a month faster, which isn't nothing, but it's not all that impressive either. And then 5% research speed. It's a pretty small increase in research speed, and it's only for one of the 4 categories. And there's diminishing returns because you have ahead of time penalties. But it's still a great bloodline just because of the finesse bonus. And this is Maria. Maria lasts forever. It doesn't collapse. I mean, it has a collapse event, but it doesn't actually go away pretty much in any game. So you have unlimited time, effectively, to get this bonus. Okay, now let's go down to South India. First off is Chola Kola. This bloodline gives +1 martial, plus 5% more elephant discipline to commanders, and 5% build cost to rulers. So this gives you a stat, so that's always great. It has a situational bonus for commanders, and it saves you money on every building. So it has a stat, and it also has a pretty good ruler bonus as well in terms of economy. So excellent bloodline here. Now this starts in southern India. Southern India tends to consolidate under someone, not always this country, and if that happens, this bloodline is going to disappear. So you'll need to move quickly if you want to get it. Pandya also has a bloodline. Their bloodline gives +1 finesse, which is always, of course, good. It's a stat bonus. There's War Elephant offense up 10% for commanders and 5% research points for rulers. The bonus here to stats is, of course, great, and our commander bonus is levy dependent. The 5% research points is limited in 2 ways. There's ahead of time penalties on research, so the higher research speed has diminishing returns, and if you hit your maximum research amount, then this extra research point doesn't help you anymore. It starts in southern India, so again, someone's gonna consolidate, and it might not be this country, so you have to move quickly. But of course, a great trait because it has the extra stat bonus. Kara has +1 charisma, has +10% War Elephant defense for commanders, and 5% commerce bonus for rulers. So like the last couple, it has a stat, so that makes it great by itself. The commander bonus is culture dependent, and the commerce bonus gets you some extra income, so this is an excellent bonus as well. It starts in southern India, which is, again, it's going to consolidate under someone, not always Chera, so you're going to have to move quickly. great bloodline because of both the stat and the ruler bonus, and some urgency required. Then, last one in southern India, Blood of Vijaya, gives 10% fort defense for governors and 10% war cost reduction for rulers. Fort defense is not that helpful. All it does is slow down hostile sieges. Hopefully you don't have many hostile sieges. War score reduction is of some use because it will allow you to take more in a successful war, especially in, say, a separate peace, which has huge penalties on war score cost, but no stat. So the other southern India ones are a lot better because they give you a stat. And it starts in southern India, which means that if someone's going to consolidate, it sometimes is this country, sometimes it's not, and so you might lose this bloodline, or you might not lose this bloodline quickly. Going back up north a little bit, we have Kalinga. This one gives plus 20% War Elephant Jungle combat bonus and 0.2 hostile attrition for rulers. So the commander bonus is very situational because, one, you have to have elephants in your levy for it to be reliably used, and you have to commonly fight in jungles, both of which are true in India, but elsewhere not so much. The hostile attrition doesn't really hurt enemies that much. They don't lose manpower until they run out of food, and it often takes a while to run out of food. So, pretty highly situational bonuses. Probably the worst bonus of all of them in this area. Next two are subjects of Maurya. So there's Paravia. Blood of Porus gives 10% local fort defense for governors and 3% unintegrated culture happiness for rulers. So fort defense, not that useful. Already went over that in the previous Bloodline this video. The culture happiness, if it was unintegrated culture group, it would be a much larger breadth of happiness bonus, but it does give you some happiness for some pops, so hardly useless. But still not a great pick after all. It doesn't have a stat bonus, and there's so many stat bonuses in the India Bloodlines. Now it starts as a subject of Maurya, also bordering Maurya, so there may be some urgency needed to get this bloodline if you want it, because Maurya tends to do very well even after it falls into decline. And the last one is found in Yadheya. Unusually, it's not actually the ruler great family, it's one of the other great families. So Hantu Bloodline gives you +1 martial. It gives +5% light infantry discipline for commanders. And it gives 10% aggressive expansion impact. So commander bonus is culture specific, although most cultures will use at least some light infantry. It has a stat bonus, which makes it great. And it has 10% aggressive expansion impact. This is really, really good. It has a free stat. It has a great reduction in aggressive expansion. It boosts pretty widely used unit. Now it starts as a feudatory of Maurya, so it probably gets integrated fairly quickly, so there is some urgency to get it, and this is a great bloodline. Okay, so that is all the bloodlines, at least the ones that show up at game start. And overall, there's a ton of really good ones here. So if you are in India, playing the bloodline game gets you some really, really nice bonuses. There's a massive concentration of bloodlines that give you stat bonuses. However, unless you start near or in India, very high chance that most of these bloodlines are going to disappear by the time you can reach it and actually acquire them, sadly. Okay, so if you found this video helpful for your study break, please comment, like, and or subscribe so that others can find this video too. Happy not studying or playing Crusader games.